Nice. What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day out there. Guys, we have got the new Team Corrali Spark XB6 and can't wait to check this thing out. We're going to give her a few features of the car, and I'm planning on, in this video, we're going to take this thing out and give her a rip, probably down at the skate park. Hopefully it dries up down there, but let's go ahead and check this thing out. Also, I want to send a big thank you for Team Corrali for sending me out the new Spark. Can't wait to check this thing out. Guys, this thing looks awesome. But we're going to go ahead and go over a few little features of the box real quick here. We got 1/8 scale brushless. It's ready to run out of the box on this model. They do make a roller on this also. This is a 4-wheel drive 3 diff, and it says 70 miles per hour. I'm assuming that's with speed gearing, but I've seen a few of these other Team Corrali cars, and they are definitely fast out of the box from what I've seen. Guys, this is my first Team Corrali car. You know, I'd almost picked up the new Asuga during the summertime, but my schedule with work and stuff got crazy, and I was hardly at home at the time, so I'd kind of put it off, so definitely excited to check this one out. So we got some splash-proof electronics. We got some large rubber-sealed bearings, some CNC machined steel gears, strong wear-resistant hardened spring steel drive joints, and I've seen and heard some good things about the A-arms on these cars, that they've held up really well. Also got the CNC machined aluminum sliding motor mount for this thing, the 16mm big bore shocks, and a heavy-duty hybrid chassis brace system front. I can't wait to check this thing out, see how this brace works and how it holds up. And then we got some CNC machined aluminum shock towers that are 5mm thick. So enough babble. Let's get this thing out of the box. One other small piece of techno babble here that I figured I'd go over before we get this thing out of the box. We do have a 4-pole 2050 kV 4 to 6S sensorless brushless motor. We got a sensorless ESC. It's waterproof, 150 amp, 2 to 6S lipo. It's high voltage BC and it's programmable. And we got a 25 kilogram high torque digital metal gear servo in here. So see what this thing's like and what the servo feels like. And can't wait to see how this one handles. So far, she's looking pretty sharp. Well, guys, at first look here, this thing looks awesome. Really love the blue. So I picked out the blue on this one. It looks really sharp. You know, these tires definitely got a lot different design than you see on a lot of ones. I'm really curious to see how these ones hook up, you know, in the dirt and on the pavement and stuff like that. And looking at the first few features of this thing, you know, the links, these are some beefy plastic links on here. Definitely not thin at all. Got some real thickness on the front and the rear. As you can see down here. The body, the 2-clip design, which is kind of nice. Comes off very easily. And we got the inside here. So let's go ahead and go over a few features of this. All right, well, going over the first few features here from kind of the outside in. Does have front and rear sway bars on here. Suspension feels very nice and plush. It definitely has a great feel to it. So I'm excited to see how this thing takes and sucks up those big landings. There is another set of shocks that came with the car that was inside the packaging. I was looking in the manual here real quick just to see if they were the stiffer or lighter. I think they are the heavier duty springs, but don't quote me on that. But let's go over, check out the rest of this. Taking a look at the undercarriage here real quick. The A-arms definitely got a nice beefy stout look to them, and they definitely got lots of nice thickness here where the hinge pins connect, which is a lot of times where they always tend to snap off. So we'll see how those things hold up. Chassis looks great. Got some nice lettering and stuff on there, along with the rear A-arms. Lots of plastic there, which is definitely a great thing. Hopefully those things hold up great, and I can't wait to check this thing out and give her some good launches and see how she flies. That's why I can't wait, guys. You know, me and the buggies, I love ramp launching these things or launching them off that big ramp down at the skate park and just watching the buggies fly. It's the best place for them. You know, one of the things I'm digging about the way they got this body laid out in the guards is it definitely helps seal out a lot of the dirt. With the side guards and the way the body fits up on here, there's not much space for any dirt to really get inside. Real quickly, we're just going to take a look at the rear wing mount. And you got the rear end here with your rear sway bar. And the wing mount looks pretty beefy. There's quite a bit of plastic there holding that thing on there. Because, you know, guys, with buggies, that's usually the most vulnerable spots, obviously, is the rear wing and the front shock tower. Because anytime you're landing these things upside down or a bad landing, it's the first place to cause some damage. Also, real quick, I figured I'd show you guys, if you guys want to pause this, but this is some of the programming settings, and you can run your BEC voltage up to 7.4 on here. These are all of the different options on your settings, and we'll definitely be messing around with those. But the first run here, we are going to run this thing bone stock, just throwing a battery in here and taking it out for a rip. Also, this is the controller that comes with it. It's the CT2R, and it's got a great feel, definitely even for bigger hands like mine. Fits great, fits good in the hand, and you got all your normal controls in here for all your settings, reverses, and trims and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go and throw some batteries in here. Got 4 AA's. Take her out for her little rip here. So I'll see you guys down at the skate park. All right, we got a connector that'll work now. We are ready to rip. All right, boys and girls, well, we have come down to the skate park. This place is always a good torture test for RCs. We're going to give the Spark some good launches here off the jump that kind of ramps outside over the fence and out into the grass, so it's a little bit easier landing, but I always love sending the cars off this jump. We're going to see how the Spark flies, how she handles, how the air control is, and see how the durability is. So we're going to go give this thing some launches, so stay tuned, guys. All right, got her ripped up here. Man, this thing moves. Tires seem to hook up really well on the concrete too so far. She is fast. All right, well, we know they're fast. She seems to steer and handle pretty well. Let's see how she flies. All right, we got down here. The guy down here skating is really cool. So we're gonna give her just a few little launches back and forth across this first. So far, the air control. See how she, seems like it's got enough wheel speed to correct itself. Definitely, I think I'm gonna have to put on some heavier oil or maybe try out those other springs, because she is chassis slapping a little bit hard. But again, this is on pavement down here, so let's go ahead, give her first rips. All right, well, it's about 48 degrees out here. I mean, it's not terribly cold, but it's also not terribly warm, so let's go ahead, give her a first launch over the fence here. Really curious to see what the air control is like. Man, she flew nice. Very nice. Very flat, level. All right, let's give her another launch. I come outside the fence here so we can get a better view of it. Give her another rip. Air control is beautiful. I mean, just nice little touches of the trigger. She levels right out, and she's staying so nice and flat. So far, guys, this thing drives nice and straight, handles good. She's taking these launches out here. I'll give you guys an idea of the distance here in a moment. Nice little backflip, and she's taking these landings like a champ. Got a little bit of mud stuck in her now, but she's taking these jumps great. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got a nice, perfect little imprint of the car. There's the front wheels, the front bumper, there's the rear end. I'm gonna say probably for whenever I do ramp launches with this thing, it definitely needs a little bit stiffer suspension. Nice. Oh, I mean, she just planted in the ground. But guys, she is taking it. And this thing, you guys know, how much I love launching the buggies here. And this thing is honestly flying nice. I mean, the air control on it right now is spot on. We'll definitely be gearing it up for the ramp launches. Nice. And this thing is fast. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna try and get a drive of this thing coming back. I mean, this car rips. And the tires hook up great on the concrete. And they seem to be hooking up really well, even in the grass. All right, so far, I'm having fun with this thing. So far, the only thing that I see that this thing needs, for at least what I'm doing with it, is a little bit heavier suspension. Either heavier oil, or maybe try out those other springs. When I get this thing back, get it cleaned up, I'm gonna pull the springs off and see if I can research a little bit better on what those other springs are that came with the car. I'm pretty sure they're heavy springs. Ooh, wow, that was close. I got on the trigger a little bit late for a backflip on that one. Gee. Man, but she is planting it and sicking it, guys. Oh, and I just hit that dang pole. Ooh, that pole has always been my nemesis, because if I come into that jump a little too fast, I'll tag that pole, and I just slammed it head on. Look, you can see the mark from the blue pole there. But other than that, I think she's okay. I can't really tell. Once I get back to the house, I can clean it up and go over it. But she's still driving good. But that blue pole, man, I've always had to watch out for that thing. If I'm not paying attention to that pole, man, she wants to slam right into it. All right, let's give her another launch without hitting the pole this time. Nice. She is jumping beautiful, guys. So far, really digging. All right, we're going to give her a couple more jumps, and we're going to finish this video off here. This is kind of a good test to see how she jumped. Nice. Oh, ooh, and she landed. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to go up that far. There's some more people showing up down here to skate, so I'm going to get out of their way and let them have their fun. All right, guys. Well, we got the Spark up to the truck here. Was checking things over. I just took the lid off. Started to take a peek inside. Inside stayed pretty clean. The lid and the body here, like I was talking about, seemed to keep most of the mud and stuff out, as you guys can see the rest of it. But I was checking everything over here. Other than when I tagged that post and kind of cracked the front bumper a tiny bit, left a nice blue mark in there. Everything else stayed straight. All the drive shafts stayed straight. All the drive cups are good. Motor mount, everything stayed in place really well. Servo seems to be plenty of power on this thing. Handles nicely. The only thing I'm going to change at this point is work on the shocks a little bit. Put a little heavier fluid in there. Maybe change out the springs just to suck up those bigger jumps a little bit more. Probably gearing it up a couple teeth wouldn't hurt either. Just gain a little bit extra air control, but overall she flew nice, flew flat, flew level, and still had good air control with this thing, and had a ton of fun with this. Everything else seemed to stay really well. Everything held up good. Wish I didn't tag that pole and put a nice smack in my front bumper already, but those things happen. But guys, I had a ton of fun out here with the new Spark. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There'll be plenty more to come with this thing. Next plan is taking this thing out on a ramp bash and really giving this thing some proper send, so stay tuned. And if you guys aren't subscribed, hit that button, and I really appreciate it. But that's going to do it for today, so until next time, y'all be safe, be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.